All right, practice video, 21st of June 2020, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to the other dads that may potentially see this. I think there's at least a few of us floating around in the group. I've got kind of an arrangement of tools here. I have my big stick that I use as my montante simulator. I've got my longsword trainer. I've got my side sword, my dagger, my buckler. A couple of interesting things I want people to notice. Longsword, side sword. I'm going to put these both point on the ground, and I want you guys to notice something about these. These are functionally the same length. If anything, I outrange with this. See how far that goes? Same thing. The measures are going to adjust a little differently between those and the larger. We're going to pretend my giant stick is in fact a montante. And the end of that's getting chewed up where I was having it against the ground the other day. But just to look at basic strikes, right? With the really big tool, the really big two-handed tool, with the mass distribution and to get the weight into things I want, I end up having to do a lot of pull around, right? So if I'm here, it becomes a pull around, right? From there, moving to the longsword. Now I can do the same thing. If I'm here, right, I can pull around it. But I don't need to do that, right? I'm here and I can drive that in. With the shorter weapon and the less mass, that pull is enough to get me what my force is, right? I can do the same thing here, right? If I'm here and I step, you can see it move, right? But versus, the same thing if I'm here, that Mulinello gives me extra power. Conversely, when I move to this, I can make a good strike just with that flick. But if I want to blow through a defense or something, and because when I'm fencing with this is my primary defense. I want to keep that point out. With the longsword, I got to be really careful. I don't want to do this. There's nothing protecting my hands except the cross, and that's not much. As we move towards a more fully developed rapier with more hand protection, I can leave my hand farther up. Let's think about this. Most of the guards that we've seen in Bolognese, my hand is down by my hip, right? So it's back with the point forward. It's up, right, with the point forward. Or in some cases, we see this. Very rare cases, we see it back by my side and the point way offline, right? Something back here or back here. This is still the stretta guards. These are more common, right? So if we think about the different, right? Becasesa, then from here, which is more forward, I come out a little flatter, down by my hip, inside my knee, chest height on the other side, more common, and then mix it. My hand is all well back, which we do see with the other. We want to keep our hand behind the point. Even when we're here, the hand's behind the point. But when I'm cutting with this, if I'm starting point forward, I have to get to where I can cut. Now, Marozzo tells us things like that in order to make a mandrito from here, I have to first pull back. I have to make a false edge, cut to get. And what he means really is I'm building a Mulinello. If I start point forward, cut. That does nothing, right? It just drops the point in for a thrust. I'm here, nah. Nothing versus right? I'm point forward, I can go to my cut. I'm point forward. I want to get to a cut. Where do I go from here? Thrust, cut. Thrust, cut. Right? What am I doing? Puts that alignment out. Boom. Right? Boom, boom. Let's transfer this back up with my longsword. Right, I'm here. Right? I'm here. Thrust, cut. Huh, wonder where we've seen this before. I'm here. Thrust, cut. Thrust, cut. And redouble from out of measure. Right, I'm here. Thrust to draw. Cut, thrust. I want to play with that when we get back to crossing blades. We've always treated this as a very quick thing, right? I'm here, boom, 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 with the thrust as the main focus, right? I feint to the face, cut back to the arms, feint to the body, or thrust to the body. Well, let's think about this. I feint to the face, right? So thrust to the face, cut, thrust. That feels like a power sequence, right? I'm here, low, thrust, cut, thrust. Thrust, cut, thrust. Closing all the while. Boom, boom, boom. Forces them to deal with the blade. Same sequence. From here, thrust, cut, thrust. Feint, cut, feint. Right? Or feint, they cover, cut, thrust. Let's try it on that side with my longsword. I'm here, feint, cut, and thrust again. Feint, cut, and thrust again. Feint, cut, and thrust again. Huh. Boom. Useful. Let's try it again with the big stick. Right? Feint. Right, to the head. Cut and thrust again. Feint. Right? Or thrust to the face, driven across, cut, thrust again. Boom. 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 Feint. Cut. Thrust. Let's try this. Feint. I gotta be able to change hands. So, feint. Cut. Feint. Cut, thrust. Feint. Cut, thrust. Feint. Cut, thrust. The same sequence. 3 entirely different classes of weapon. The big stick could be a stick, it could be a spear, it could be whatever, poleaxe, the longsword, and the army sword. Oh, and sorry for not posting a video yesterday. The air was death and I could not breathe. Thanks.